Good morning, dear students. So previously we have discussed about the behavior of sine function, cos function, and tan function, and the remaining three functions also. Today I am going to talk about the uh, periodicity of trigonometric function. What is the meaning of periodicity of trigonometric function? You see, these trigonometric functions, after some interval, they repeat their values. Like one example I am giving you. Just you look at this diagram. Okay, suppose this OA is a revolving ray. This is a unit circle, suppose, whose radius is OA. Its radius is 1 centimeter, 1 unit, and OA is a revolving ray. The ray which revolves in anti-clockwise direction, suppose, moving this way, suppose, means it is going this way. Okay, so this ray OA, it revolves in anti-clockwise direction, and after some time, suppose it has come to this position. Okay, after the position of OB, this is initial position, this is final position. When it sweeps this sector, that means an angle AOB is here described, then that angle, its value is, suppose, say theta. Okay, then now sine theta will be what? Here sine theta will be equal to that this line, that is, suppose this is, say, BM is perpendicular, suppose, here. So BM by OB, that is equal to BM, and BM is, suppose, Y. Okay, for my convenience I am saying sin theta is Y. So, and cos theta is what here? Cos theta is equal to base OM by hypotenuse OB. OB is 1, that's why OM only it will be, and that OM is, suppose, X. So cos theta is equal to X. I am saying that this part is X from here to here. This part is Y. Okay, from this point to this point it is Y. Now, dear students, think like this. Suppose the ray OA, at first it has moved from OA to OB's position. It has taken this final position, and after that, suppose it makes a complete revolution from OB to OB. I am saying the ray OA, after moving from OA's position to OB's position, again after that it has made one complete revolution. Suppose what I am saying, suppose it has revolved this way and it has come to again this position. When this ray OB is revolving this way in one revolution, how much angle does it has it described? This angle, this angle, and that angle is what? Twice pi angle. Now previously it has made how many what angle? Theta angle, and after making theta angle, again it has come to the same position. That means it has revolved by how much? That is theta plus twice pi. Means theta previously described, and now it has again revolved twice pi angle. So total angle it has described is OA has described total twice pi plus theta. Theta plus twice pi is same as twice pi plus theta. Now when it is taken the same position again, then what is the coordinate of the point B now after revolution of the ray OA by an angle, that is twice pi plus theta? It has revolved by an angle twice pi plus theta, and after that revolution, what is the what call coordinate of this point B now? Same only now, it is X, this way it is X, this way it is Y, X comma Y. So X is what? X is Y is sin theta, Y is sin theta, and X is cos theta. This is sin theta and this is cos theta. This is sin theta and this is cos theta. This is cos theta and this is sin theta. So I see after a revolution of, that is what was sin theta before, now after the revolution of twice pi angle, it is same only, sin twice pi plus theta. For this angle also the value is x only, y only. Sin theta is equal to sin twice pi plus theta. I want to say to you that if the revolving ray makes one revolution of twice pi angle, after making angle theta, if it revolves again twice pi angle, then its value will not change. The value will remain equal to the value of sin theta only. That means if it is, suppose again another twice pi angle, means 4 pi. If it is sin 4 pi means again after 2 revolutions, after making angle theta, again from that final position it makes twice, it rotates twice like this. That is 4 pi angle it describes, extra 4 pi angle if it describes, then 4 pi plus theta, sine of 4 pi plus theta will become again sin theta only. The same way cos also, cos of twice pi plus theta will be same only, it will be cos theta, or cos of 4 pi plus theta is equal to cos theta again. So from this discussion, our conclusion will be like this. Suppose OA is the revolving ray and it revolves and it describes an angle theta here, then its coordinate at this final position is sin theta comma cos theta, sorry, cos theta comma sin theta, not sin theta comma cos theta comma sin theta. Got the idea? So means base is cos theta and this is sin theta, perpendicular. This is unit circle, suppose unit circles radius OA is. Then after that, if it revolves by twice pi angle, then also this its coordinates will remain cos theta and sin theta. That means if it is cos twice pi plus theta, means then it will be again cos theta. If it is sin twice pi angle plus theta, then again its value will be sin theta only. Did you understand what I say? I want to say that if the revolving ray from its one final position, it rotates again and again, making one complete revolution like this, complete one revolution, then again it has come to this position, that time the coordinate of this point will remain same. When it has made theta angle and it has got a particular coordinate, that will remain same. Again if it revolves one more time like this, then again at this position it will have the same coordinate. If it revolves one more time like this, twice pi time, that means twice pi angle, that means. So after every twice pi angle, if the revolving ray will come to the same position. There is no if. I am wrong in that. I am saying that after revolution of twice pi angle, the ray will come to the same position. Then at that position, the coordinate of the point where the ray will intersect the unit circle, the coordinate of that point will remain same all the time. So that means when you write like this, cos of twice pi plus something, say theta, or you write cos of 4 pi means one revolution, two revolutions, no, or cos of that is again 2 pi more, that is 6 pi plus theta, that is cos of 8 pi plus theta. That means ultimately you can say cos of twice n pi plus theta. For all these, the value will be what? Cos theta. Twice pi means, you know, that is 360 degrees. That is, if I say cos of, say, suppose I have an angle, say cos of 390 degree. 390 can be written in terms of 360 this way, cos of, split this as 360 plus 30. 360 plus 30 is equal to 390. So that means 360 is what? That is twice pi only. So cos of twice pi in radian, if you write twice pi plus 30, pi by 6 will be equal to what? Cos of pi by 6. Because after one revolution, it will take the same value, like this one. Cos of twice pi plus theta is cos theta. Cos of 4 pi plus theta, cos theta. 6 pi plus theta, cos of 6 pi plus theta, cos theta. Cos of 8 pi plus theta, cos theta. For all this. So ultimately we can say cos of twice n pi plus theta is equal to cos theta. Remember this. Very important. Similarly, sine also. Sine also, that way sine of twice n pi plus theta will become sine theta. Sine of twice n pi plus theta means after twice pi revolution, it will be same. Coordinate will remain same. So this is the form. You can use it as a formula also. Dear students, what I am saying, just you see. So dear students, that means what is sine 30 degree? With this, if you add, with this angle 30, if you add 360, no, 360, then also this value will remain same. Because 360 you are adding means you are making a competition now. You are talking about the complete one revolution of the ray. Means at sine, when it makes 30 degree angle, suppose the revolving ray, suppose this is the position. Then when it will make one complete revolution from this position to again to this position, then that means the ray has described another 360 degree plus previously 30 degree. The ray has revolved by 30 plus 360. Are you understanding? 30 again plus 360. Then position will remain same. If position remains same, coordinate of this point also will remain same. Where the revolving ray will take the final position, at that point, at that position, the abscissa ordinate of this point where the ray intersects the unit circles, that point's coordinate will remain same only. So that way you can proceed. Suppose what is sine 30, okay, what is sine 30, that will remain same when with that 30, with that 30, I will add 2 times of 360, that is 2 times of 360 if I add, and with that 30 degree, that value will remain same, equal to 30, sine 30, or 3 times of 360, suppose sine 30 degree, with that suppose I add here sine of 3 times of 360 with that 30, that time also it will remain same. Dear students, just you are given a question like this, suppose find the value of sine 3060. Sine 3060. Now in this 3060, first of all try to find out how many times 360 is repeated. So you divide it by 360, then you will come to know how many times 360 is there inside this 3060. So we will divide 3060 by 360, 0 cancel, by 9 if we divide 9 4s are 36, 9 3s are 27, then 36, 9 4s are 36, 9 4s are 36, 9 3s are 27, then if it is 27, then it is 36, 9 4s are 36. So now by 2 again, 2 2s are 4, 2 17 are, so then it will be 2 8s are 16 and remainder 1. 2 8s are 16 and remainder 1. That is, it will be 3060 can be written this way in terms of 360. Now we will write this number in terms of 360. How? Means how many times 360 will come here? 8 times. So 8 times 360, okay. With that, if 8 times 360, then 360 into 8 is how much? That number you subtract from 3060. 8 times 360 is this one. Thus you see, I am doing this calculation. 8 0 0 0, 8 6 48, 8 is 24 plus 4, that is 28. So 2880 subtract from 3060. 2880. So you will get 0, 16 minus 8, 8 only. Then this is 9, 9 minus 8, 1, 180. So this is 180. So dear students, you see here, now we can write sine 3060. Sine 3060 can be written as now sine, that is 8 times pi, 360 means pi, this is pi, no? Sorry, twice pi, 8 times twice pi plus 180, 180 is pi. So dear students, as you see here, now we are getting like this, writing 8 times 360, 360 is twice pi. So then 8 times 360 means you can say like this also, yes, 8 times twice pi means after 8 revolutions it will come into the same position. So that means it will be sine of the theta, theta is pi. So sine pi is what? 0. You understand now this part? This part is actually by this formula, sine of twice n pi plus theta is exactly equal to sine theta. Means if you are able to express the given angle in terms of twice pi, in terms of 360, that means I am talking about twice pi means 360. So we have here in terms of twice pi only have expressed this 360. So twice pi, 8 times twice pi plus remaining angle, remaining value is 180, 180 is pi. So if we compare this expression with this expression, it is giving us sine of this angle, that is pi, sine of theta. So that's how it is 0. Understood, dear students? Let's go to another question. See, dear students, suppose this is the question. Find the value of sine minus 1710. Negative angle is formed when? When the revolving ray revolves in clockwise direction. Suppose this is the revolving ray. This is the revolving ray and it revolves in this direction. So in this direction it has revolved and it has formed 1710 degree. One rotation, then two rotation, like that. Some rotations are there, complete rotations are there. Are you understanding? Just you look at the diagram. I am trying to show you that if it rotates in clockwise direction, that angle will be termed as negative angle. So this is negative angle, minus 1710 degree. Just now we don't know after how many rotations, what was the position, after how many rotations it has come to that particular position. Now suppose we want to know this angle can represent which acute angle, or which is the obtuse angle, which is the acute angle or which is the obtuse angle. No? So let us try to find out that. We can think like this. Suppose after some rotations it has come to this position. Now from here, suppose it rotates again in clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise direction. I am talking about anti-clockwise direction. Then after some rotations in anti-clockwise direction, again it can come up to this position only. In anti-clockwise direction, if the revolving ray rotates this way, one rotation, two rotations, three rotations. So if we increase the angle in positive direction, then we will be able to find one particular angle, that an acute angle or an obtuse angle, no? So whose value we may know. So let us do that one. Minus 1710. With this you add some number of times of twice pi, means 360. So which will be just little greater than numerically this number. Numerically I am saying, I am not saying that greater than all positive numbers will be greater than this. But numerically greater means, suppose you ignore this minus sign. This number is what? 1710. Just little greater than this 1710, which is a multiple of 360. We have to think about that number. See, 4 times if 360 is multiplied, 4 is multiplied with 360, then it can give us what? 1440, which is smaller than 1710. I told you that think about another number which is little greater than this number, but that should be a multiple of 360. Then what I think? 5 times 360. 5 times 360 will be 5 6 are 30, 5 3 are 15, 18, 1800, no? Which is little greater than 1710. So we'll add with this 1800. Okay, because 1800 is what? Multiple of 360. So this whole thing can now be written as like this. Say 1800 I am writing here, then minus 1710 here. So 1800 is 5 times 360. 5 times 360, and plus this minus 1710. So what we can say now? That means after 5 rotations, this revolving ray, after 5 complete rotations in anti-clockwise direction, again it can come to this position. So that time the value of this angle will be, total value of this angle will be, because it was formed in anti-clockwise direction. In clockwise direction. Now we are going in anti-clockwise direction, which is a positive angle. So this is 1800. 1800 minus this 1710 gives us what? 90. That means this 1700 now we can say sine of minus 1710 degree can also be written as sine of 5 times 360, that is 5 complete rotations in anti-clockwise directions. And if you add with that value, this minus 1710 degree, then the revolving ray will come to the same position. Okay, and that angle actually which will represent this whole thing, that angle will be 1800 minus 1710 is equal to 90. That is sine 90. That means this sine minus 1710 degree is equal to sine 90, and sine 90 is 1. So ultimately the value of sine minus 1710 degree is also 1. Did you understand, dear students?